Hey, what's up, y'all? This is not a sneaker video, but it kind of is a sneaker video. Um, Here's the deal. You see the title. It's whether you should take a PayPal loan or not, the PayPal working capital loan. Now, I've talked with a lot of different people who've made the decision to do so. I did it because I was making a pretty fair amount of money, and I get paid through my PayPal. So I get paid every day through my PayPal, and I was like, well, you know what? I should be able to take on this loan, and the loan was $17,500. You can see it over here to the side. It says your business last borrowed 17,500. You repaid it in 10 months with 10% of sales. 10 months with 10% of sales. Now, a traditional loan, you typically get, let's say, 17,500. As a matter of fact, let's open up a new window and go to a loan calculator. And I'm typing over my hands here, so I apologize for looking kind of strange. And if you are taking out a business loan or something to that effect, and you take out exactly what I did, 17,500, right? Typically, you have a repayment of 5 years. Those 5 years, and let's say um, you don't get the best interest rate, you get about a 13% interest rate, right? And monthly, as a matter of fact, we'll make that annually, and you pay back every month, and we calculate that, and that's up here. So here we go. So a 13% interest rate, right? The payment would be $391.80 a month. The total of payments would be 60 months. That's $23,507 dollars that you would pay over the course of 60 payments. So the total interest would be $6,007.75. It's not bad if you're looking at annual APY compounded. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great either because you're talking a 13% interest rate. That's pretty high. Well, what I did over here, I took 17,500. The amount that I had to pay back, as you see where it says paid over here, is $20,137. Now, I paid it back in 311 days, right? So that's a day 311. You see that when I put the mouse over the top of this, you see it. I'm going to just circle it so you can see it here. Day 311. That meant that I was paying $64.96 per day. Traditional loan, I would have been paying $391.80 a month, but that would be over 60 months. Where am I going with this? I'm asking if I would do this again. The answer is no. It's a resounding no. So I had to pay back 20,137. If we looked at this as 10% on the loan calculator and we calculate it, that still wouldn't be 20,000. On the surface it looks good. I had a one-time fee of 2,000, what? 2,100 and nope, $2,737. So I had a one-time fee of 2,637. That's the one-time fee that they took. So it's not considered interest, but $2,637. Let's see if I can get this to a point where it's right at that 20,000. And I'm just doing this because I want you to see that it would be 7%. This would not be a bad loan over the course of 5 years. If you think about it as a car payment, that's not a bad car payment at all. 344.90. It's much more manageable. And why would I never do this again? Why would I never do this again? I'm not telling you not to do it. If you're a person that owns a business and you have various streams of income and you take out a loan like this and you have to pay back 3,000 every 3 months. So your business could literally not make a dime for 3 months. And then at the end of 3 months, you would have to pay PayPal $3,000 on this loan if you had this loan. So if you're thinking about it, you're like, you know what, I should probably take that. What I want you to look at is this average repayment, $64.96 per day. I paid it off in 311 days. And somebody's like, yo, that's great. Yeah, it is, but consider this 64.96 per day. And if we look at every day that I got paid, which is every day that I get paid in a month, and we say times 30, my monthly bill through the course of these 311 days was $1,948.80. Someone has a mortgage that is that price. If all of your income comes through PayPal, all of my income comes through PayPal through online sales, that meant it didn't matter what my profit margin was. If my profit margin was $1,900 a month, for somebody that's like, yo, that's fantastic. That's a good profit margin. But it's not. If my profit margin is $5,000 a month and PayPal's taking $2,000 of it, whatever your business is, that's an extremely big amount of money. I'm not saying that if you can pay it off fast, it's good. I'm saying that if you can get a traditional loan, get a traditional loan because it's easier to manage. What would you rather pay? $1,900 a month? Yeah, you can snowball it like Dave Ramsey would say, hey, snowball it, pay as much as you can to get rid of the debt. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's right. If you take a loan out, you pay it back. And you pay it back as quickly as possible so you don't have to pay all of this interest, right? But a $1,900 a month payment, if your mortgage is $1,900, you're now at basically $3,900 a month, $3,800 a month. That's an insane payment for this amount of money. Now, chances are somebody's like, well, I could have took that 17.5 and I could have flipped it. Yeah, you could have flipped it. If you could have sold things, if you could have bought things to sell with it and generated more income, maybe. I didn't do that. I actually used most of it to build out the gym that you guys have seen in the videos. And I have yet to start bringing people into the gym to train them or to charge people to come into the gym. So the money utilized, and during the process, if you remember back when I was doing the videos, this guy stole basically over $3,000 of my money that I gave them to do the flooring, and they never did the flooring. That is a different discussion, not going back there and talking about that. But if you are considering using the PayPal working capital, your sales, I would tell you this, because you can't move where your sales go. All of my sales come in through PayPal, so that means PayPal is going to take a big chunk of my money every month. If you have money coming in from like an Amazon or from somewhere else and it's not all going into your PayPal, and you're going to use this to buy inventory that you're going to sell, and you're going to sell that inventory on like Amazon and not somewhere where all of the payment comes through PayPal, then possibly I would say, yeah, consider it. But overall, if you have to finance something or if you need to take a loan out for something, I am not an advocate of the PayPal working capital, especially if all of your revenue goes through PayPal, because you have different levels of the PayPal loan. You can pay back 10%, 20%, 30%. Imagine had I done 30% versus 10%. I did 10% of all of my sales. If we go to scroll down and look at this, the loan fee, $2,637, 10%. Minimum due each 90-day period was $2,013. You have one big payment, but this is on a daily basis that they took out, and you can see clearly 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, just one day skipped. That's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money, for you to sit down and make a decision to take a loan. And like I said, this is not a traditional video, and I don't do finance videos and things like that. But as a person that's in business, and a lot of you guys that are in sneakers and you are in resale and you're doing a lot of different things, you're always looking for an additional amount of financing. You're looking for more capital to buy more. A traditional loan would be the way to go. If I should have went the traditional loan route, yeah, I would still be paying that loan, but it would only be $344 over the course of X. Now, why is that important? If I'm at $64.96 per day and that's 10%, that means I was making $640.96 a day. I was making $640 a day, and I was giving away 10% every day. Had it been a 30% that I was giving back to PayPal, that would have been ugly. This is bad enough. It's good that it's gone, but it's bad because it's a lot. It's a lot. A traditional loan, I could have doubled up and paid $700 a month, right, on that traditional loan. And instead of 5 years, I pay it off in 2.5 years. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Even if I had tripled the payment, it would have been less than $344, right? $344 times 4. It would have been $13.76 a month, and I would have paid it off in a year. So if I'm paying it off in a year at $13.76, this is a bad loan. There's no way to justify it at all. There's no way to justify it at all. It was damaging my business. So I'm doing this video as a courtesy. Check with your local Better Business Bureau, your local business development. If like we type in something like in Memphis, we've got this place called, and I'm trying to type around my microphone here, River City Capital, right? We have a place called River City Capital here in Memphis, an incredible organization. If you're in Memphis and you have to take a loan out, go to River City Capital. Just because you make a lot of money, if you make a lot of money and your money comes through PayPal, then they can see how much you're making and they're going to give you the amount that you want. I only took the amount that I needed to build my gym, but I could have taken almost up to $60,000. That would have been a huge mistake. And what I'm telling you is if you stay in whatever, let's say San Diego, right? And that's because I lived there. San Diego, small business capital. Oh, small business development center. Let's look at that and see. And I guarantee you, San Diego and Imperial, SBDC specialists in starting you. If you look up your city and you look up small business development, this is what you need to do. You need to go to these places because they're going to help you to find the funding that you need. And the rates are going to be much better than the PayPal working capital. And that's all I have to say. That's what I wanted to make sure I just did that and did this video so you could see it. I think it's really important that I do stuff like this and share it with you because I'm also an educator and I feel like it's important for me to share more informative information. I'll get back to the sneaker videos because most of the people that signed up for this channel came for the sneaker videos. If you want me to do more things like this and talk about business, go look at the older videos and start saying in the comments, hey, Chris, can you talk about this in regard to business? And I'll do it. I don't have a problem with sharing information. Obviously, if I'm showing you the inside of my dashboard on PayPal, I don't have a problem with showing it to you. Not at all. Ask questions, man, because business, finance, the stuff is difficult and you need help. And if you can call on a mentor, a virtual mentor, or anybody that can talk with you about this stuff, then do so. I'm not the perfect person. I'm not rich and I struggle a lot, but I've found and navigated my way through different things. And I just want to make sure that I share information that's critical for you to navigate your own journey outside of just sneakers and working out and sports and stuff like that. But that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hope everybody's doing well, and enjoy your Halloween that's coming up. I don't want to date this video because you can watch it at any time and figure out why I decided to do it. But I appreciate you all, new subscribers, those of you checking out those sneaker videos. I appreciate you. But definitely leave questions for things that, I teach college. Ask questions, man. I can answer them to the best of my ability. See you guys on the next one. Peace.